Hello everyone. Today I'm going to talk about a band that has always been in the back of my head ever since I discovered them like 14, 15 years ago, but I would have never called myself a fan. Mainly because I never purchased any of their albums, but they have had many massive hit singles, and accordingly, I'm gonna introduce you to their album Direct Hits. So it's a best of collection, and the band is called The Killers. Yes, often falsely labeled as an indie rock band, which luckily they're not, because to me indie rock is mostly a style with very nervous rhythm guitars that reminisce of the 60s rock and roll style, which isn't my cup of tea at all. But it's better to label them as power pop with some wave rock, alternative rock influences. But of course, it's just words. But what I'm trying to say is they're massively influenced by the 80s, which is great because there was so much music around, so much good music around in the 80s. So their influences range from U2 to Pet Shop Boys, The Cure, and some Aha even. What can I say? I mean, the album Direct Hits covers their first decade as a band, so it's from 2004 till 2013, so almost 10 years. And you can beautifully see that they've always been great songwriters. I mean, they have had great hits right from the start. Just remember Mr. Brightside, which is a great, energetic disco rock song with a great hook line. Or Somebody Told Me with this sort of techno beat, beautifully synth-driven pop music. But in the beginning, Brandon Flowers, the lead singer, wasn't exactly at the top of his game. I mean, he was hitting the notes, of course, but it wasn't an outstanding voice. And that's beautiful how you can see his evolution as a singer throughout these 10 years, all summarized in this record, Direct Hits. Because one by one he slowly evolved into a great, smooth, tenor-like pop singer that no longer used auto-tune or sort of rhythmic vocals, but beautifully anthemic vocals where he can hold a note for a very, very long time. So the disc covers, for instance, the great, great song When You Were Young from the year 2006, and When You Were Young really deserves an explicit mention here because it sounds as if Robert Smith, the singer of The Cure, has taken singing lessons from U2's Bono, and now he's just vocalizing a track, a great stadium rock track by U2 with folky elements in there. So it sounds like a modern U2 song with a beautiful guitar hook line, and Robert Smith is singing it. Of course, he's not. It's a killer song, but you know, in this song they bring together different worlds from the 80s and from the early 2000s. It sounds just gorgeous. It really does. So it's my favorite Killers track, When You Were Young. So of course it's on this album as well. And then you have like synth pop bombastic songs such as Shot at the Night, which reminds a little bit of a modern version of the Pet Shop Boys. That's not a bad thing either. And then you have super melodic pop rockers such as Runaways and Just Another Girl, which are more modern songs again. And of course, the record's also covering Human, their massive global hit, which is a modern synth pop anthem that's been played across radio stations all over the earth, I believe. So, yeah, it would be easy to just dismiss them as just another successful pop band, but the Killers are so much more than that. I mean, they pay tribute to their heroes from the 80s, but they do that in a very modern way, and they translate the aesthetics from the 80s to the modern 2000s pop sound. It's really enjoyable. It's great music to listen to in a cabriolet while you're driving along the coastline or something like that, or people like us who cannot or do not want to afford a cabriolet listen to the music in the subway or, you know, by the beach, like by the lakeside or anything like that. But it's great music. It really is. If you want to have something fresh and melodic, the Killers offer a very varied and rich catalog of modern pop songs with twists of wave rock, alternative rock, and synth pop. So I can only say, listen to Direct Hits. You can get it from various shops for, I think, only €5 or €6, and you will not regret it if you want to have a great pop album, because that's what it is. And I can say the Killers are, to me, one, if not the best pop band of the era after 2000. So the Killers, Direct Hits, go and listen to that album now.